Yo, what's up? Since my last video, Sango dropped a house album because it's a Sango Beats tutorial, you know what I'm saying? Drake dropped the house album. Beyonce teased us with the house album, you know it's coming. And I've been sitting on some Kaytranada beats, some chord progressions, some ideas that I've had. I'm just gonna put them out there right now, you know. I started with an acapella that I think I'm just gonna jump straight into. It's from the Drake album. This is an acapella of Acapella. Jeez! Alright, so.
I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around?
Yeah, so as I was saying, I know what I tried a few acapellas. I tried Pink Pantherus, and that actually kind of worked kind of dope with what I've been working on. But I've had this one chord sequence for ages. This is one of the first like sequences I ever made because I remember listening to like a Kaytranada beat and I wanted to make a Kaytranada beat. And you can add little bits in. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's very Kaytra. The sound actually comes from not Flex, Sytrus. It's a Sytrus synth. Caribbean piano, right? All you do, you want these delay, so 159%, 69% sustain. These actually don't matter that much. These are all default. This is all default. I don't actually have that turned on. Operator 1, other than the volume envelope. The volume envelope's, yeah, just there to help with the pump. When I first got into making this original Kaytranada beat, making this chord progression, and I was using this Sytrus plugin, it just sounded completely different. I've never been able to recreate it, and it's really annoyed me. And I've got a video of playing around with the operator 2, so I only know the operator 2 settings are like 100% exact. And you want it kind of like 80%, 19% on tension, 0 on skew. Oh, you want to pull these to 1. I don't know what they are as default, but I don't think it's 1. If you manage to play around with this and create like one with more harmonics, hit me up. Tell me that's not Kaytranada. Basically all I did was make a hi-hat click pattern, manually programmed it in on my keyboard, which I remember to take off this time in preparation for doing the editing. And yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Didn't quantize it. It's very low in the mix at the end of the day too. So I mean, what is that lets you then do? Is put in your snare and feel the swing of the snare, because you don't want to be having things on beat. You want hi-hats late, you want snares early, kicks somewhere in between. That's just what I go for. And then if I want to move it about or like play it later, you can do. So yeah, that all together. Oh, also I got this click track from a house kit on Splice. Snare is a super swung. Little double tap at the end. If you listen to a lot of dance, disco, that little double hit at the end is a very common thing. I would definitely do the kick last. The snare is a triple layered snare. I was talking last video about always layer the rim. I would say I would nearly always layer my snare as well. And then if you like, say, the transient of this one and the tail of another, you could always just kind of play with this and that kind of, you know what I mean, just like chop it about. Moving on, various perks that combine together. Start with one drum, like say you want to, and then once you've got the rhythm of that, transition some of those hits to your other percussion drums, so you can just like, by the end you'll have a groove spread out over your little percussion hand drums. Build the beat up. My percussion along with the drums originally. But yeah, I'm no means the master of percussion. I'm still learning. Typically what I'll do is find a beat I like that has some percussion and take those patterns and then develop my own kind of thing from there. But I will definitely first just copy the pattern straight up. Last thing obviously is like the bass. I actually have a bass called Drake synth bass. I've gone with kind of like a bit of what I would say again is like a Mapiano beat. With this bass, I basically have taken the root note of the key the song's in, which is D sharp. Kind of everything resolves down to D sharp, or that note is present in most of the chords, and so you can get away with playing it. It's not a crazy pattern, it's literally just a good starting point. I always feel like I want to build up an amazing bass pattern. Basically, you're trying to make the kick and the bass work super well together. Then basically you just build from there. So this bass is another one made in the Arturia Collection Mini V. You can see all the presets here. What's that? 320 non, 26%, 5 milliseconds, 30 milliseconds decay, 3 on the sustain, attack is 0, 170 on the decay, 5 on the sustain. Yeah, so basically what I like to do is after I've made that pattern, I'll make a switch up or just be experimenting in general on what I've already accomplished. I need to shorten this.
Look out my face, 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 look out my face. I've seen you take it low, limbo right under that hole. Look out my face.
I'm reasonably happy with that. I probably arrange it a bit differently for the final mix, but I think it sounds pretty cool. So my next few videos are going to be like a compilation of all like the mixing tips and tricks and things that I've been leaving out of these videos because there just wasn't enough time. It's not the right time and place to go in depth as I maybe could have in some of them. Yeah, it's going to be like how to use Serato sample in depth, yeah, how to use the Arturia Collection, because everyone's putting out banks for the Arturia Collection, and sometimes it's just good to be able to do it yourself, just like build those sounds from scratch. Because I'm gonna be honest, the presets are not the best. And linking into that, how I've been using Flex. If you have FL Studio, you know Flex is included. It's kind of like cheap, simple sounds, but they're great for starting ideas. I feel it's underutilized. Going to be doing things like how to create effects and how to even find better samples on Splice, because sometimes you know a sound you want, but you don't know how to get it. Until next time, I'll see you later.
I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep? I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep? Yeah, yeah. And I roll licks, I hit on my ones when I didn't have no friends to ride. Sticks on my dolls and I can't even lie to you. Got too much pride for you. Gotta stay safe in these streets. Don't play favorites though. I'm not afraid of it though. God is okay with me, so life for that shade that you throw. I've seen you take it low, limbo right under that hole. Fuck out my face. I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep? I found a lot of things. Twice is a decision. Told me a lot of things. Forced into submission. Got you Mercedes-Benz. That don't make you driven. Then what can I do for you? How can I make a difference? Friendship
It has to be somebody that has taste in music. It has to be somebody that, you know, that I get along with so much to the point that when we're separate, I'm feeling like I can't function properly without their presence. I have come across it a few times. I've yet to be able to hold on to it.